Okay, so video 3. If you've found yourself here, you're looking to do some of the more advanced elements in VMIX and GT Tile Editor, and you probably have a little bit of Photoshop experience. If you don't, you'll learn some of them by going through this. But yeah, so we've done some pretty cool stuff so far. We built a basic package. We've added in 7030 graphics from our PNG. It's pretty sweet. Remember, PNGs have transparency, which is very important. And then we built a basic title, and then we added in a cool custom title, and we used GT Title Editor. Speed track, this is some pretty cool stuff, so you're leveling up pretty fast. And then when we used GT Title Editor, we started to explore the different elements that you can add to them, and we watched how they are part of GT Title Editor. We save them, and we bring them in, and then we get custom edited titles. That means we can make custom edited anything. And so in this video, we're going to go through the big formula of bringing in a massive graphic that was built in Photoshop and then pulling it into VMIX so that it's something that we can manipulate all the data. So what is that going to look like? Well, let's just take a look. So right now it's a little daunting, but if you think about it, what is everything on here? Some of it is stuff we want to change, and some of it is stuff we don't want to change. We have some text. Well, we'll just make that text in GT Title Editor, right? We have text, and then we can turn this into different ways of things that we want. So they're just little pieces of the puzzle, but there are some nuances that we need to work within to make sure that we get it right. I'm gonna give myself a screen. Look at that. Now you can see me. Very exciting. Cool. Look at me. Smart guy. Oops. Okay, so the first little nuance that you're going to need to know is that Photoshop, you can absolutely just bring in a PSD into GT Title Editor and start cracking. I mean, it's pretty sweet, but there's a couple things that you have to do first. This is a massive package that has all of our different options built in. If you recall, we looked at all these things. We need to take out each section we want. So for our LBAR, which we like, we need to get rid of every single thing else that's in it. So first thing I did was I made a copy of our package. So all I did was I went to File, Save As, made a copy, and called it LBAR. And what we then do after that is we make another copy and start messing around with it. So this is LBAR, just solo. It has everything else in it, but it has solo. So what I did was I went in and I selected all these groups and I deleted them. I don't even want the background. Delete that too. We only want the things that we want to bring in. So we have our overlay here, which gives us a little bit of that film grain, which is kind of interesting. And we have our LBAR. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to save this again. Or I could save this again. So it's just the clean LBAR. And the next thing you have to do is get rid of all the groups. So I've already done that on this one. The way to do that is to select everything and right click, ungroup layers. And you do it a whole bunch of times until all the layers are ungrouped. You find some groups and ungroup them. The reason for this is that when you bring these things into VMIX, they cannot be in groups. They have to be individual layers. So all of these things have to be ungrouped if you want to use them. And looks like we are ungrouped. And let me just make sure I'm okay. And so we're ungrouped, which is great. And the other thing is that all the images have to be rasterized. And that means that they're turned into basically JPEGs or PNG files. So all of these things would have to be rasterized. So you right click them and you go to rasterize. And then we would save them again. And then I save them as LBAR VMIX. So now I have my clean version over here, which is, as you can see, it's a bunch of text and it's a bunch of rasterized images. Okay, so let's just do a test and let's just bring it into VMIX and see what happens. So we're gonna go to new, sure. save that because it feels like the right thing to do. HD 1080 document. And then we're going to import a PSD, which mine are in the download section. I have this LBAR VMIX. Let's just go ahead and save it real quick because I'm not really sure last time I saved it. And LBAR VMIX is going to come in. It's going to take a minute. It's going to take a minute. It's going to take a minute. It's going to think. It's going to think. It's going to think. It's going to think. And while it's thinking, let me just go show you something that you have to do that I completely forgot. So you have to rasterize. And the other thing is your mode has to be an 8-bit. If it's in 16 or 32, it will not show up. But look, it was, and there it is. You'll notice a couple things here that are problematic. One, our grain is really heavy. So that's pretty much, it's a little too intense. So we're going to have to change that. And our font is super busted. And that's because things are coming in as defaults. But look at this. All of our content is over here on the left. And all of this content is super poorly named. So what it did was, as you can imagine, it brought in everything as it was named over there on Photoshop. So the first thing I did was I'm gonna turn off the eyeball, and that's gonna let me click into some other stuff. So this is like rectangle 792C1, which is what it was named. This rectangle is never going to be edited in our package, so we're gonna call it ticker BG. And I'm gonna go to data, and it's hidden. I don't want to see it, and I'm gonna lock it. So we don't want it. I don't want to mess with it. I don't want to see it. This is also a ticker above that could be kind of anything we want. So we're gonna have to go through and rename these things so we actually know what they are, which is okay. Like this Rocket League one, this is game title. That's pretty important. Obviously the format, the file is pretty bad. It looks atrocious. So let's attempt to change that. There you go. You don't let me change it at all. Why don't you let me ban Babas? There we go. So we have to do a little bit of cleanup, which is okay. We're gonna put this in the center so it's nice and even. Okay, it's already looking better. Up this, that's down. That's confusing. Okay, let's actually make it full width or as much as we can so that we could potentially put Brawlhalla there. This is Montserrat, which looks fine. It's just not bold, which I want it to be bold. Black. Up next, at 230, we have that. So we have a little image here. Skillshot Arcade. That's actually going to be called Logos Rotate. Sure. Rotate. Oh my god. Yes, thank you. Data, it's not hidden. Also, okay, great. Okay, great. All right, so match schedule looks okay for now. These are kind of weird. We have to think about our package. So we actually only have maybe 3 games tonight, which is cool. Maybe 4. So we would have Rocket League, and then we would have Brawlhalla, and then maybe we would have like what's it called? Our show match, which is pretty cool. So we just need to make sure these are clean. They're a little off center right now. They continue to be off center. I'm just fixing the verses real quick. Wow, that really got too big. So Go in here. This is AAAA, which is not good. This needs to be turned into game 1 team A. VS4 should be locked. Eventually, we don't want to see it. This is game 1 team B. Let's also change it there. And one issue I think is problematic is that is a center text. No, that's probably okay. So this needs to say game 1 team B. This needs to say game 2 team A, and subsequently like that. This rectangle is never going to be changed. Where's my other A? So this is now going to say game 2 team B. This is going to say game 3 team A. This is going to say game 3 team B. I'm going to copy this. This time we're going to edit it here. I'm going to edit it here. We're going to edit it here. Look at us doing cool stuff. Game 4, if we have it, team A. Game 4, team B. Just make sure it's uniform here. Game 4. Game 4. Okay. So far, look. Wow. Oh, what the heck happened here? Game 2, team B. Okay. So that's not correct because those are caps and those aren't, but it's not wrong. That's fine. Because it'll always change. So anyway, so next up, we have some more text that we need to change. So let's change this one. Bebas. Still doesn't want to do it. Whatever. Super annoying. Bebas. Berlin. And then Bebas. That's so weird. All right, we'll put it in the center. We'll make it not that big. This is just a ticker, so it should be totally fine to be that size. And we have some other things over here that the problem is... There we go. We got a font. Let's get the center as well. Live from Montserrat. Let's make it medium. Oh, those aren't equal. Oh, wait, yeah. That looks terrible. Okay. That also looks terrible. This is an orientation problem. To be bold. Let's text is gonna be vertical. I don't actually have to figure out how to do that. Text. Nope. Maybe I can't. Okay, so we're just still messing around with this thing. Let's zoom in a little bit on this one. And then Could have that if we wanted it. I don't even know if I want the clock. All right. Okay, so we got a couple things that are moving around. What's this say? Today's standings. Where did you go? Today's standing 1. Again, let's make it center text. Why are you like that? Okay. Super weird. Let's figure that one out. It's annoying. Why are you like forced alignment? All right. Well, you know, hack it till you get it right. So today's standings, make it black. That doesn't look that great. Make it medium. All right, so we got some standings. And we're still dealing with all these things. So this is a rectangle. It's locked. It's hidden. All right, let's go ahead and save this and start taking a peek at what it's going to look like inside VMIX. All right, so we are back in VMIX. Add input. Little mouse. This little mouse does not work. Title. Browse. LBAR. Okie dokie. Cool. All right, so there's our LBAR. One thing we already know is that we're going to need to put a background behind it. Let's go ahead and bring it in. Let's get rid of our overlay. We have a background. It's over here. We need to make a new blank. Let's go ahead and do that and call it LBAR. Let's build our layers. Remember, our background's going to be first. And then we want our LBAR on the top. Okay. So far, that feels a lot better. Look, now we got our background. Running this black rectangle. Definitely don't want that. Completely forgot about our black rectangle. Much better. So then we're going to come in here and we're going to add a camera. So camera 1 will be our casters. Too big. Do a little shrinky dink. All right, what we really want is like that. So we can have it a little bit. We can totally cheat with this. And by cheat, I mean crop a little bit if we need to. So this needs to be like there. Look at that. Amazing. All right. So we've got stuff going on here. We've got pretty cool LBAR. So we got a lot of stuff happening. This is our title. So let's just see what the chaos is when we get inside. Yeah, it's pretty chaotic. So this is a little wild. These are all the different things that we could change. And we would just need to go in and edit them. Now, I'm not saying that we would do this as a technical director because your life would be chaos. But a graphics operator would be able to go into this. And this is where we would start using our graphics operators who would be sending these titles over via NDI. So that's like the next level. It's not complicated. It's a little bit of this and a little bit of that nuance. But then we'd be able to do it. So like right now, like we have live from, which we would never change. So one thing we know is that we don't really ever want to edit that. So we would take it off. So like it's hidden, right? Let's make sure that we don't see the things we don't want. Okay. It's gone. So that's part of the problem too, is we just need to make sure that we're going in and we're changing out the things that we don't need to see so that when we do get into the title, all we've got is the stuff that's really important, which for us would probably be like a few things. This would change from Rocket League to Brawlhalla. This would be some text that we would have up there that would be something that we could, have people vote for, like, smash, who knows. This could be a logo rotator. This could be our schedule that we would be able to change. And this could be a ticker or a tick down or also logos or something. But really, we're tearing this thing apart, and we're going to make it a lot smaller. And it's only going to be the things we actually want. And that's kind of how you do it. So now you know that when you get in here, it's, a lot of the stuff's in here. Now, I will say, look at this title editor. I bet the images. Oh, images isn't bad either. That's great. I was kind of afraid that all those shapes were going to show up, but they don't. They come in automatically locked and not problematic. But we do have to clean some things up. So like our verses is a problem. Those are not aligned, so I have to change those things up. And then we could we would need a ticker, right? We have some things here that are just not in it, but we don't actually want those. So like this is stuff that came in because it was pre-designed, but we would just put a ticker in there on our own. And we don't want these triangles. We're not going to be able to use them anyway. Rectangles, not a big deal. Today's standings, not a big deal. Twitch copy, we're not using. Download copy, we're not using. He would like, that's just fake. Fake, not fake. Oh, fake. Oops, delete layer one. Nope. This is these are placeholders that we just kept in from the first thing. Rectangle crop. Where's this one? Oh, nope, do want that. Yeah, I think I want that too. Nope, don't want that. Yep, want that. I'm gonna want that. Ooh, look at that. That's kind of fun. 21. These are just text boxes. Rectangle. That's all the rectangles. Ticker BG. We do want a ticker in there, so we would put in ticker text. You gotta make sure you get select ticker text. And then we would make it probably Montserrat. I hate that, doesn't do it. Ooh, okay, we would do Mont. And we'll make it, text is ticker text. What is this? This is just top bar call out, maybe? That's what we want to call it. I don't know. Whatever we want. There's our ticker text that's rolling. Let's make this white so we can actually see it. Let's make it medium so we can kind of see it. And yeah, so the rest again, like I said, is just clean up. And we would be able to, what does this say? Format best of 1. That's just totally best of. Match schedule. What the heck? Oh, that's an image. This is game VG. Game pedal 2:30 p.m. This is next time. Logos rotate 12:2. This is current time. Okay, now I am curious. So now you're just getting me playing around. So enjoy. Let's reload. I think we can turn those into actual time. Let's see. Countdown time, date. 12 hour. Where are you? Where was this? Current time. It's down there. Yeah, we definitely don't need the seconds. There we go. All right, so we have our time going on. We have like 1,000 timers going on. Let's see again. We have too many things. This should not be here. Oh wait, yes, should be there. That would be as a match score. I want my other time. What is that thing called? Oh. I don't even know what this like is. Is this the time? Current time 2? That feels extremely redundant and useless. So yeah, there you go. That's the core of what we're doing there. So we're just tweaking these things around. I'm gonna build some other ones and just kind of show you how I do it. But that's that one. Okay, bye.